This is the OnePlus 6, and this is the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. If you're looking for a smartphone with a modern design, modern features, flagship specifications, and provides incredible value for its money, then you can stop watching this video right now and go buy the OnePlus 6. But if you're looking for a phone that comes with some extra bells and whistles, then the extra cost of the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus might be worth your money. Let's take a look at the OnePlus 6 and see how well it stacks up to the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. So the OnePlus 6 and Galaxy S9 Plus are two competing flagship smartphones that offer a very similar set of specifications. They're both powered by Snapdragon 845 processors and have plenty of RAM. Whether you're just casually browsing the web, checking social media, or playing games, these phones are both extremely fast at everything they do. They also both provide incredible battery life. You've got a 3300 mAh battery on the OnePlus 6 and a 3500 mAh battery on the S9 Plus, and you can easily get 5 to 6 hours of screen on time on either phone, which is great for light and heavy usage. You've also got rear-facing fingerprint sensors and face unlock for security, but in addition to that, the S9 Plus has iris scanning to make the face unlock a little more secure. They also come with headphone jacks, which is a rarity for smartphones in 2018, but the S9 Plus does have some extra hardware features that the OnePlus 6 doesn't, and depending on how important they are to you, they could be worth the extra cost. The S9 Plus has wireless charging, a micro SD card slot for extra storage, and IP68 certification against water and dust. The lack of wireless charging isn't a deal breaker by any means, and dash charging more than makes up for it, but with the OnePlus 6 switching to a mostly glass design that's similar to the S9 Plus, it feels like a missed opportunity, and having some sort of official IP certification would have been nice when so many flagship phones out there have it now. On the front, the OnePlus 6 and S9 Plus feature large AMOLED displays that have excellent contrast, deep blacks, and vibrant colors. The main difference here is the OnePlus 6 uses a 1080p panel, whereas the S9 Plus is Quad HD. Even though a ton of manufacturers have made the move to Quad HD, I've never found the 1080p resolution on the OnePlus 6 or any previous OnePlus device to be problematic. What people might have a problem with, though, is the notch on the OnePlus 6. It's becoming one of those popular, unpopular trends, and I'm not the biggest fan of notches, to be honest, but it doesn't really bother me all that much and doesn't ruin the display experience in any way. But if you really hate notches, the S9 Plus is one of the few flagship choices that you have this year that doesn't have a notch. On the backside, the OnePlus 6 and S9 Plus have dual cameras, which is pretty much becoming a standard thing on smartphones. The OnePlus 6 has a 16 and 20 megapixel combo, and the S9 Plus has two 12 megapixel sensors. The second sensor on both smartphones allow for portrait mode or background blurring effects, and also 2x zoom, but the zoom on the OnePlus 6 is digital, whereas the S9 Plus gives you a real optical zoom. What makes the S9 Plus's camera a little more unique than most other dual cameras is its mechanical aperture. This gives you a real aperture switch between f1.5 and f2.4, which is really useful for controlling how much light enters the lens and changing the depth of field. As far as picture quality is concerned, you might be pretty surprised at how well the OnePlus 6 keeps up with the S9 Plus. In terms of color reproduction, sharpness, and overall dynamic range, they're both pretty similar. There are some minor differences, like the reds, for example. The OnePlus 6 tends to oversaturate and make them look a little unnatural, while reds on the S9 Plus are more accurate and true to life. In low light, the S9 Plus produces cleaner results with less noise, but it isn't always the clear winner. Sometimes I prefer the results from the OnePlus 6, and it usually does much better with white balance and producing more accurate colors, even if the images aren't quite as sharp. Now, the software is where these two devices differ the most. They're running Android Oreo, but you've got OxygenOS on the OnePlus 6 and the Samsung Experience on the S9 Plus. Personally, I like OxygenOS better because it keeps that stock-like look and feel and gives you a lot of customization for changing the appearance of the UI, and there's also a variety of gesture controls for navigating the software or quickly launching apps. Even with all the options that OxygenOS gives you, it isn't overwhelming because of how close it feels to stock Android. Samsung software isn't bad either though. It's easy to use, also offers a ton of customization, and you've got some pretty valuable features like Samsung Pay and the secure folder for keeping information safe and private. So like I mentioned earlier, if price plays a big factor in your decision making, the OnePlus 6 is the best way to go, but the OnePlus 6 is missing some key features that I think are pretty important. So if I had to pick between the two, I'd go with the Galaxy S9 Plus. I like having wireless charging, expandable storage, and IP certification, and as a smartphone overall, it isn't really lacking in any department. It's got a great screen that doesn't have a notch, great performance, battery life, and camera. It's expensive, but it's a phone that provides me with everything I want and need out of a smartphone, and to me, that's really what matters the most. And that pretty much wraps it up for this comparison between the OnePlus 6 and Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. Let us know down in the comment section below which one you prefer. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. We definitely appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel, which is down below if you haven't already. And of course, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. And check us out on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Google+, all that good stuff is linked down below. And of course, check the website as well, androidauthority.com, because we are your source for all things Android.